voice. I'm so excited to represent Chattanooga, Tennessee. Thank you for the support, and be sure to keep watching the show right here.
Count on Local 3 News for more local stories.
Across the country, there seems to be a renewed effort in preserving old and historic neighborhoods. And in Cleveland, they've been preserving and truly using one of their most historic neighborhoods for the benefit of others for quite a few years now. David Goodwill is the interim executive director for City Fields, and he joins us this morning to brag a little bit, and rightly so. Good to see you.
Good morning, Julie. Thank you.
I made an error because I said one neighborhood. It's actually two that y'all focus on, right?
It is. We've been primarily based in the Blythe Oldfield community for the last 10 years, and we're sort of making a move across Inman Street to the College Hill neighborhood to do some of the successful things we've done in Blythe Oldfield over in College Hill, so we're excited about it.
I've actually mentioned this on the air a few times in conversations with folks from Cleveland, because I don't even know how many years ago now. I'll say 10, 8 to 10. We had a chance to go up and spend an hour in Cleveland, and the United Way took us into Blythe Oldfield, and we saw firsthand what these houses can look like. And they're beautiful historic craftsman homes that have deteriorated, and y'all have a really unique way of putting them in somebody's hands. What do you do?
We do, Julie. Our mission at City Fields is to cultivate overlooked neighborhoods. And the Blythe Oldfield neighborhood was Cleveland's first neighborhood. And it was primarily based around woolen mills and a stove factory over there. And during, as the economy began to grow, that neighborhood thrived and flourished back in the 30s and 40s and 50s, but began a gradual decline as the economy took out those two major industries in Cleveland. So as a result of that, we have houses that the families have transitioned to other parts of town, and the neighborhood has fallen into economic decline.
Well, okay, and I'll say things that you're probably trying to dodge, but when I was there anyway, they were largely rental houses.
They were.
And they weren't always maintained well at all. So you had these people paying rent with poor living conditions, quite honestly, and so y'all stepped in to help them be able to now purchase these homes as homeowners, but for a very low cost.
We did.
Is that right?
That's correct. At City Fields, our goal is to revitalize the neighborhood, and we do that through affordable home ownership, and we do it through workforce training. Our affordable home ownership program allows us to go in and buy properties that are in disrepair. If they're empty, if they've gone over to drug activity, or if they're just in general disrepair, working with different strategic lenders and donors, we're able to purchase those properties and either destroy them and build a new house, or renovate that house and offer them to first-time home buyers through our first-time home buyer education program. And we have financial partners that come in and teach them what it means to be a first-time home buyer, how to get lending, how to repair their credit. And the other side of that is we also teach workforce training, because a sustainable job is sometimes the missing ingredient there.
So you don't, though, just teach workforce training and then say, okay, now you know how to go interview, good luck. You train them. So you do, like, now you're doing construction,
we do,
forklift operating. What are some others?
Some of the programs we offer, we began with welding classes.
Okay.
Our welding boot camp is a 2-week boot camp, and they come out of that with a certificate in MIG welding, and they're able to find welding jobs that way. It's one of our most important and really flagship workforce programs is putting welders out into our workforce, because the trades are telling us constantly that they need more.
Yeah, and these are jobs that will pay, they're good hourly wages, so they can afford the housing.
Absolutely. And also heating and air. Our HVAC class is about a 5-week class, and we're able to partner with some folks at the Pi Center in Cleveland, which is an industrial workforce training site, and we're able to go over there and teach, and then we put them in the workforce also. Those are high-paying jobs, and some of our most in-demand jobs are heating and air technicians. We've got some good success stories from some of our students who have graduated from that program, who are out making more money than they ever have before, and now looking at being able to buy a house.
So I'm going to sing your praises, because I will never forget this day that we were there with this person, and we went into these houses, and I promise you, David, I had never seen anything quite like it. I mean, you go into a house and you hear someone say it's in disrepair and blah, 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 but there were truly people that just the week before had been living in this house.
Yes.
And you couldn't imagine it. And I think the average person would have walked in and taken a look at it and said, well, this is a lost cause. Y'all didn't do that. You saw the potential and you did improve the house. And I believe that same renter became the homeowner of this house. And they would have never had any hope without it.
Well, Julie, it's gratifying. It is. And to have the gratifying reward of it, you have to get into the difficult things. And it's a difficult neighborhood and it's a difficult population to work with, because our goal and our mission at Citi Fields is to cultivate overlooked populations. And what does that mean? It's just individuals who have been told no more than most. No, you can't apply for this job. You're not qualified for this job. You're not good enough to own a house. You don't deserve these things for your family. Years of generational poverty and years of economic decline will send that message over and over again. That's why it's so gratifying for us to work with these residents and give them an opportunity to change.
Well, let me show people how they can get in touch with you, because this is just kind of the icing on the cake of what they do. And whether you're in Cleveland or not, you still might believe in the mission that they're doing every day and want to lend a hand yourself. So if you go to cityfieldcdc.com, you can find out more, and that's Community Development Corporation, because it's the whole community as well. 472-9876 is their phone number. Watch for them to do some contributing things during the holiday season, I'm sure, to deliver meals and that type of thing to these people. And if you want to be involved, they'd love to hear from you. Thank you, David.
Thank you, Julie.
You're aptly named David Goodwill.
I appreciate that.
The Kubota BX Series, rated #1 in durability and owner experience.